Team 1 together, the champions moving on with Fairlek. We got ourselves Garber, Pruff, we got Rofo and Psyche. Again, this looks like they're sending this man out first every single time. We got ourselves Bakey as a Boomy first up, trying to go for the Tangle Roots, trying to tangle with Psyche. Shackles of Addiction really in the opener. That's really ballsy. Looks like it breaks pretty quick. Psyche with a hunt, dropping down. Big damage onto Bakey. Bakey in that bear form. Barskin is up, has a hunt on him. Playing this very, very defensively. Thorns is up. Just tried to thrash and crash and maim as a bear as best as they can. Trying to go for a heal. Gonna be a stun. Maybe they're trying to go for an interrupt. Is Bakey trying to go for an interrupt? I don't know what covenant they are. Bash of the Psyche, Trinket side of it. Bakey is going to go for the Warlock Helston on that team. Quick roar with the Cyclone onto Psyche. Tried to go for some regrowths. Might be able to catch up on health. On team 2, we got ourselves CBZ's provided the Hellstones. With it back, we got ourselves Dayton. We got ourselves Wolric as well as Chicago. I like adding that like New York accent for Chicago. I don't know why I like doing that, dude. What's up, Krat? Hi, my man. Hope you're having a good one. Psyche, looking out for the druid. Big beam from the sky. The blast is going to be blasting over at Psyche. Bakey going in the barrel form, getting hit with the sun, trinketing out of it with Thorns to follow, trying to get Psyche to attack into Thorns, and Psyche getting quite a bit of damage, but those Thorns are slowly catching up. Quick to someone to Psyche is going to go for that imprison while his fairy spirits are disarming him of his weapons, which I guess that's what Fairy Swarm does. Like, it's just the fairies that are just hovering over his hands, just not letting him do stuff, right? Is that what it is? Making him drop his drop his weapons. Big burst out of Bacon with a convoke on a stun of Psyche with big star surges, and it looks like Psyche is going to be going down, trying to go for a stun to stop Bacon for a second. But Bacon had a full incarnation, full convoke, big burst ready to go. Garber's up next. Battlemaster Shrinking, commanding shout, massive flesh scout. This man is in a bubble, dude. This man is in a housing bubble himself. Is Mr. House himself, dude. And he's in a bubble, and it's about to crash. Or you are about to crash. I don't know. I'm trying to make some dumb joke here. Oh my god. Garber, they're backing up. Not letting Baker really get the most damage. Thorns is up for the balancer really, really early. And Garber, I think he's just supposed to wait until he has Bakey out without any damage. Because there is a disarm available for Bakey. Barskin available too. Desperate Renewal. That's going to be Garber actually picking up the eyes. Bakey getting the Star Surgeon is going to have to do quite a bit of work in order to break through that bubble of Garber. Quick disarm, and Garber wants to go for line of sight. Going to be actually reflect. Bakey, I don't know what he reflected back to himself. Battle Master Trinket. Actually, battle mode is up for Garber. Looking for the big damage. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. He chopped him up into meat and planted a flag of ownership on him. Immediately. He just shoot a big charge, big execute wombo combo. I don't understand what I just saw, but I just saw a crime. 911. I want to report a crime in progress. It looks like Garber just bodied down a druid, turned him into meat. I don't know why he did a flag of ownership and turned him into meat. I feel like just the fact that you did a charge execute on him and he died, literally splattered him. You're right. It's a hit and run, dude. It's a hit and run. He got splattered. Going to be a Tyrant trying to come out for CB Zeus. Going to be Garber actually canceling out of his Blaze Storm. Battle Sense available with a Warbreaker. Trying to go for big damage. Shattering throw into CB Zeus. I think trying to see if he can bust through the Dark Pact. Looks like he's able to bust through the Dark Pact pretty easily. The Tyrant getting hit with the Fear. And Garber going for a little bit of line of sight. Decides against it. That's going to be a charge for CB Zeus. Trying to stay on him as best as he can. I think Garber just really careful with his flesh cut and probably saw, you know what? I actually have a pretty decent shield. I could probably make something work. Gonna be a battle stance, commanding shout. That's gonna be battle master trinket as well. Big, fresh, new flesh cut. I think Garber got a flesh cut as he's just broke. And I don't think he's broke. I think he just timed out at that point. I don't even know if it broke to damage. CBZ's taking a bit of damage. Garber mortal coiled away, but it's not really gonna stop him. CBZ's trying to go for a quick fear. It does have the obelisk for faster cast, so that fear was quick. Decimated bolt onto Garber. CBZ is definitely going to have to be very, very careful with that Decimated Bolt. He wants to go for big damage. He has a crit legendary for the Decimated Bolts. Big Battle Master charge for Garber. Board for CBZ to escape. this monstrous warrior. As Garber has Avatar and everything active, CB Zeus actually still in big trouble, has himself a shield. Garber could go for the executes, goes into battle stance actually while he's behind the pillar. And that's going to be a fresh new pet summoned up. I think Garber, what he was doing is he was taking down the pet this whole time. And to go down, get it set up. Garber has a line of sight into a charge, trying to go for a bit of damage. Going to be a wall flesh scout for CB Zeus with the dark pack. He wall just to make sure your flesh scout cannot be interrupted. Unless he has a stun. And actually, even if he has a stun, if he is playing the Marilla Soulbind, then he has immunity to stuns anyway. Which I don't really know if CB Zeus has it or not. It's hard to tell. There's like a small little passive buff you can see. Like, depending on what people play, you can kind of tell what kind of Soulbind they're running. I guess the best way to put it. But it's going to be CB Zeus with a flash scout. At least he got himself some sort of defense and stunned by Garber. Trying to go for a bit of damage. Battle stance available. That's going to be a full banner. Short stun by the pet. Fear. I don't think it's going to stop him. CB Zeus in a really bad spot. If big executes coming out, Garber just sees a line of sight into a charge. Running over the poor little gnome. Oh my goodness, Warlick is going to be up next. Kidney Shot, trying to go for the big flagellation burst. Garber with a parry as he's just not sending stuns long at all though. Not sending them long at all. Big blind into Garber, no trinket available as he was actually getting some damage onto the rogue. Shadow Meld down for Warlick. But Warlick at least didn't commit too many cooldowns here. No blind committed, no evasion. Is going to get a shadow strike onto Garber, hitting the shot up and running, getting those vanish to go for the burst. Is he trying to go for 100% crit? Warlick trinketing out. I don't even know. I think he was trying to see if he could trinket out of that Stormbolt immediately. This man is so quick with it. Garber going for the fear since there's no trinket out of the rogue, and he just did that cheeky little Battle Master commanding shout, big shield, and Warlick is just not in a good position. He has evasion if he wants to. But he's got to find a way to get away from Garber. Actually going to go for, ooh, trinket out of Garber. Battle stance available. Warlick in not a good position. Overpowers can still do a lot of damage. Warlick, I think, might still be done for. Oh, turned his back to the warrior at the end. And Chicago is going to have to be the one to save Team Alliance versus this threat. Garber, he got all them flags of ownership. He got all them butcher blocks. You got to save the team, boys. You gotta save the team. Chicago is going to be playing out to that Elemental Shaman. Quick Bow is a little bit of confusion between the two. And there are our boys. Fire Elemental joining the fight. Light Lasso to Garber. That's going to be quite a bit of a shield to break through Chicago. I don't know if Chicago went back to Necrolord or if they are Night Fae or what. I guess we'll find out soonish. Going to be some lava bursts flying into Garber. And I guess we'll find out what Chicago's playing. Are they back to Venthyr maybe? I don't even know what Covenant they are. Or they're playing the meme Kyrian maybe. That'd be hilarious. Knock back into Garber as Garber's gonna have to go for such a weird charge, but the pathing is there. Able to at least catch up to the Shaman. Trying to go for some damage with a sharpened blade to follow. It's gonna be healing reduction for Chicago. At least they have a light lasso to peel off the warrior. Looks like they are playing the Kyrian burst. What is this? Sippy Cup, but Chicago getting the steward up and running. So at least the Sippy Cup should be able to give him some kind of healing. And remove the bleed that Garber puts up with mastery, but also almost every ability puts up the bleed mastery anyway, so yeah. But it's going to be interesting. I wonder what Soulbind they're running them. Mechanicos? Maybe Clay for the heal? Maybe Pelagos for CC. Oh, damage reduction after get CC'd. Because that one could be really good in PvP. Parry up for Garber. It looks like Garber actually popping a defensive here. I guess Garber saw that they don't have a flesh cut at the moment. Do have a rallying cry. So could go for full flesh cut. Big damage out of Garber. Trying to go for the most setup. Going to be a wall available with that Earth Elemental. Going for that stun. Garber with the fear. Going to be a trick for Chicago. Not letting him get a full flesh cut. So Garber is actually under a bit of pressure. Trying to get aggressive here since he cannot go defensive. Stun onto Chicago. Knockback by the Shaman, and it's going to be a big leap. The Earth Elemental is still around. I don't know if Chicago needs the Earth Elemental wall or have they used it already or if that's still available. Garber's health is actually dipping. Finally doesn't have the full touch skin, keeping him afloat. Trinket out of the light lasso, still trying to stay as aggressive as he can. Chicago trying to go for a Stormkeeper, is able to get a Stormkeeper. No interrupts out of Garber. Got juked by Chicago. Lava burst flying by the LA Shaman. Garber finds himself super low. Does this man go down? Quick charge to Chicago. Can he turn around? Another stun by the Earth Elemental. Stormbolt onto Chicago. Trying to go for battle stance. Chicago super low in health. So is Garber. Effect is up for the warrior. Oh my god, they take each other out. Oh my goodness. It was an even bout between the two juggernauts. Are you kidding me? This warrior is nuts, and so is Chicago. It's such an even battle between the two. It looks like that a nice duck. I guess it's his name, gonna be up next. He got himself the 9 weapon. I wonder if he has the mythic version, which is gonna give it with that weapon. It transforms you into one of the 9, one of the angels of the 9, and gives you lots of stats, like a 300 of everything. Big shots by Fairlick, but looks like that is gonna get himself a leap, taking him out. I can't even tell if he's going for bites. I can't tell if he's in a cat form or a bear form, because while you have the staff, while the effect is up, it just gives you lots of resources. That was nuts. That was a nuts duel, boys. That was insane. Prof gonna be up next, trying to see if he might be able to deal with the Pharaoh. That's gonna be a stun. No trinket for that, and I think it's over. Oh my god, it's as quick as it began, and it's as quick as it ended. Yo, Garaber, my guy, you were insane. Chicago came in to try to fight back the threat, coming back for a team. It was such a close between the two, man. It was so close. Chicago knew what they needed to do, though. Chicago knew that, hey, I need to make sure he doesn't get a flesh cut. That's how I win. But Garaber played to his strengths, and that's literally the strength.